Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series. The game is Farthest Frontier. It is a survival city builder type game from the developers and publishers Crate Entertainment. It's been compared to Anno 1800 and Banished, neither of which I have ever actually seen anything on. So if you're familiar with those games, this one's going to be right up your alley. I was planning on waiting to start this series until I finished up another one of these, but I did start a couple of settlements just to test it out. And to say this game is fun is a massive understatement. To say it's addictive is even more of an understatement. Let's just see what it turns into 3 or 4 hours of sitting here playing, and when you have to get up at 4 in the morning to go to work, playing a video game until midnight, it doesn't always work out, but it was worth it. That's how good this game is. Having said that, it is still in early access. You can see down at the bottom it's version 0.76. For early access, it's crazy good. I'm hoping that as they update it, it gets even better, and also that it doesn't kill my saves. So we're going to be starting a new settlement today. I'm going to go with the Trailblazer. It's the middle of the road. You've got Pioneer and Vanquisher. We're going to name this settlement Jay's Landing. Let's take a look here. This is the easiest of the maps. Lowland Lakes. I'm gonna go with the Lowland Lakes just because I like the layout of them. You can go random. These are hard. I haven't done anything at all with these yet. I've played on Idyllic Valley and Lowland Lakes. We're going with the Lowland Lakes right now. I'm gonna go with the large map. Now, the advanced settings, you can fine-tune extra resources, maladies. I believe that's like the type of diseases your people can get. Raiders. I haven't seen any raiders in my playthrough, but I was only maybe 2 or 3 years into the settlement. Wildlife. You do get attacked by bears and wolves and stuff like that, so that is something that you have to keep in mind. So let's not waste any more time and get into the founding of Jay's Landing.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would appear, demanding it for the crown. The nobles hid behind the safety of their walls and did nothing when raiders pillaged the outskirts of the city. And so, some of us decided that it was time to leave. We'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land, than starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. But this wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
And welcome to Jay's Landing. We finished scouting the surrounding area. Survey the land and your villagers explore. Choose a promising site to construct your town center. It's important to choose a location that's near the resources you'll need to build a successful settlement, things like clay, iron ore, and potential food sources. So we have to plop down our city center. I want to take a look around us here. Oh, we got a nice stream or a lake here. We've got fish, resources. It's like we've got another lake right here. Oh, this is pretty good. Pretty big lake with some fishing. We've got herbs. What is this wandering around here? Oh, it's a boar. Never actually seen a boar on this game before. As you can see, the graphics on this are really, really good. So we'll have to get a hunting cabin up. What I've noticed is the name of the game early on is food, water, and food storage, food production. There's a ton of things you can do. We've got eggs up here. Here's a wolf's den. That's not... Wait, is that a wolf's den or deer? That's deer. So we've got quite a lot of good stuff around us here. Not seeing many berries. Another lake to the south. Got a clearing down here. I think those boar actually attack you, so I might want to start somewhere where there isn't something that's going to kill us right off the bat. Now, as I scroll around and take a look at the surrounding territory, that's a wolf's den right there, I believe. Yeah. Reason I started the series early, other than the fact that I really wanted to share this with you guys, is my channel is or has very recently hit 500 subscribers, which is kind of a milestone. So as a way of saying thank you and celebrate that, we're going to start a new series on a game I'm really enjoying. And like I said, I was real eager to share it with you guys with the hopes that I could get some good tips and advice. That's a lot of what I'm into, is jumping into games, learning them as I go, using the comment section as a guide and an advisory board. So leave your tips and advice in the comment section below. If you're not yet subscribed, welcome. I hope you enjoy this playthrough here. Hit the subscribe button so you can join us. Don't forget to hit that little bell there so you get the notification every time something pops up from J76NY. Also, being the first episode of a new series, if you could hit the like button, that will help it get some exposure on YouTube. I'm going to put that clay up there. That's good. Here's a nice little clearing we could start building in. We've got fish. We've got deer. We've got some rocks and trees and stuff. I don't really want to put it right on top of that patch of land there. So we're going to plop it down right there. Alright, so now we have Day's Landing. We do have 9 months of food storage. That's what this is. We got a little storage cart. We can move it around until we get some type of storage building. That is where we're going to keep our stuff. We've got medicinal roots, patch of herbs, medicinal roots, got a hazelnut bush, hawthorn, a lot of hawthorn, greens. We've got a clay pit down here, which is great. We've got fish and deer. Alright, so the first thing I want to do, seeing as we don't have any logs, firewood, or wood planks or stone, is we're going to come down here to the options, harvest resources. Bushes. We could probably do without the bushes, but it will give us early sustenance. Let's start harvesting the trees in this area. Make sure we get the stone too. Alright, we don't have a whole lot of stone in our general area, but got enough that it can get us started with a well or something. Alright. Away we go. We've got a housing shortage and a firewood shortage. It's not a surprise. Now to zoom in, we could see that our people are going out and collecting stuff. We've got 2 builders that are working on our town center. They're going to go collect the resources needed to build it. We've got these guys over here hacking away at the stone. See this guy just cut down a tree. It's Jorm. He's chopping trees. Here's Jarud and Joan. Alright, so shelter is probably going to be our first priority here. Which direction do we want to build our housing in? Alright, I'm gonna build some roads. Just gonna put 2 roads around our city center just to separate it from what else we have. Stun this road out. Alright, we got a predator sighted. So right here we've got a wolf. We've got 2 of our people out here. We've got several others. Have these guys retreat back. Have you retreat back. Then we can select these guys. Now they'll all automatically go... Well, I guess they automatically defend. Something I've noticed. Alright, so Neldon now has rabies. He got rabies from the wolf. That's unfortunate. His health is at 4%, so we may have our first death already. But we did kill the wolf. Poor Neldon. Alright, so let's build some houses for these guys. Okay. Got a shelter we can build. I'm gonna build... I'm gonna build 6 of them for now. Kind of space them out a little bit here. Alright. Alright, there's 6 shelter that's going to be built. They're going to need 10 logs each. Those logs will come as our people collect firewood or trees and harvest trees and stuff. We've got a couple of settlers that are not doing very good health-wise. Housing is housing and firewood. All that stuff will come, so dirt road, there we go. Let's make it straight. All right. One villager suffers from rabies, and we've got one villager sick. So connect the roads right here. So once our people start building their shelters, their happiness will go up. They're pretty pissed off right now. They're not, all of them are unhappy because they don't have any shelter, but that's coming. Okay, desirability. Water, we've got a good source of water, so. And then fertility. Not bad land, actually. Building has no firewood. And what we have to do is we have to produce firewood. We're moving into spring. So the temperature is increasing, but in the wintertime, firewood is absolutely essential to the survival of our citizens. People can freeze to death, after all. Now let's take a look and see. We need... we're going to have to plop down a well here somewhere. You could put it right here in front of the city center. Let's move it down here. We'll put the first well there. More people wish to join our settlement. Mass A 4 months food supply in 6 houses. We've got the houses being built, and we've got a 7-month food supply. So that's a good thing. Our people, right now, we've got 12 out of 12. 8 of those are laborers. They're the guys that are running around cutting down trees and chopping stone. 4 of them are builders. They're the ones that are building all the shelters right now. Now this is our town. This is our town center here. It says overall happiness is 95%, probably because they're building houses. In order to upgrade the shelter to a tier 2, which unlocks all the tier 2 options in the build menu, we need 4 out of 8 shelters. We need a market and a population of 30. Plus the cost of 50 wood and 25 stone. But that's going to be a little bit in the future. For right now, we've got to worry about food. We built water, or a well, or we're working on a well, so let's take a look. Firewood splitter. There's a saw pit. We need a place to store our food, so a stockyard. Can build a stockyard. I don't really want to build it too close to the town for desirability purposes, but I don't want to put it so far out there that takes forever to get. Now we got a lot of stuff out in here, so a foraging camp might be good here. We could put a fishing camp here because there's fish. There's also fish down below in the south. Let's put this right here. And we'll move our cart right over here. All right, now because we have the deer out here, next thing I'm going to do is build a hunter cabin. Two new villagers immigrated. That's nice. Villager succumbed to illness. So Neldon died. Neldon died of rabies. Let's find Neldon. Where is he? There he is. See him laying dead on the ground? Right by the well. That's nice. So we're going to need a graveyard, because you can't leave your bodies laying around that cause illness and stuff. Get the hunting cabin. Put you right here. There's a lot of berries over here too. Clay deposit. Nice. Alright. Now we've got fish up here. We've got a bunch of resources we could harvest up here. Got a lot of clay. So let's put our forager shack somewhere where they have access to all this stuff up here. Put the forager shack right there. Then we'll go with a fishing shack. Right here. We'll connect them all to roadways as we go along. Okay, so we are up to 13 settlers so far. It's nice people are interested in living in Jay's Landing. Firewood is low. We're moving into the early summer. We do need to think about building a farm here. Fertility is really good over here. It's not so much up here. Let's make sure, yep, they're harvesting all of this stuff down here. Don't want to scare away the deer either. You see him out going to pick up that. Okay, forager shack, fishing shack. Firewood splitter, that's something we're going to need. We're going to put that right here next to the stockyard. We got to get this guy out of here somewhere. Really want to... Kind of hoping I wouldn't have to deal with dead bodies so soon. Also didn't want to put it on really fertile ground here. So we could put it up here. Yep, bring out your dead. Dead villagers left out to rot will attract vermin and disease. Designated area to be used as graveyards. I'm ahead of you, game. So we're going to make our graveyard. Let's put it out here a ways. Yeah, that's a good sized graveyard to start out with. We've got a lot of stone. So we could probably... Oh god, what are these deer doing? Oh, they're just running around. Where'd our hunting cabin go? Did we not build it? Thought we built it down here. Nope, we put it out here. Alright, so the hunting cabin is probably being built. If we got anyone down there. They're chopping down the trees, so that's a good thing. Let's extend the road out here. This, and then kind of go around. I'm trying not to fall into the trap I always seem to fall in City Skylines or SimCity or anything like that, is making a Manhattan-style grid. But right now I think what we really need is just basic space consumption. So that's the... Let's get our first farm started here. It's got a good clay. It's 68% fertile. So, we'll go with this. Now they do have to clear it out of weeds and trees and stones and stuff before there can be any farming done on it. It's quite a long process to get the farm up and running, but it's kind of needed. 7 new people. Nice. Welcome. Alright, we do have our forager shack that's out here. We're only down to up to 3 months of supply for food. Forager shack, he's stockpiling medicinal roots, nuts, herbs, willow, berries. Let's get a road out to him so he can get his stuff back to town a little faster. Just put it straight out to him. Then probably do the same thing with our hunter here. Bustling market would help generate gold and attract new settlers to our growing town. It's a little early for a market, but let's build the road, bring it down. Actually, I want to change that. Bring it down, and then bring it right over to the hunter. Who do we have as a hunter? We've got Hawkrin. He's butchering meat, so we're going to have a supply of meat soon. Which means we're going to have a need for a smokehouse. Now, smokehouses do kill the desirability. Just probably because of the smoke, although I don't know I always seem to, if my neighbor smokes meat a lot in a, modern smoker, and it smells really good, so. But in the game, people don't want to live next to a smokehouse, so we'll have to, that's what we can do. We can put it right down here next to our hunter. There, we're gonna build the smokehouse here. Food stocks are low. Now you see this number right here is the man hours I believe it's gonna take to build this farm. But you can see we've got 3 farmers that are all now working on clearing the brush away for our first farm. Let's get our get a road out to the fishing hut. Oh, that's not what I want to do. There. That'll connect them to that. People do move faster on roads, so having roads always a good thing. We've got Deltana working in the firewood splitter. We've got 5 months of food stores. Right. We've got a wolf. Wolf is coming at our hunter, who is somewhere out here, I'm assuming. That's our hunter right there, so let's get these 2 guys up to attack the wolf. Our hunter should do okay. You would think. Yep, there we go. Hunter is dead. Or, wolf is dead. Hunter goes back and continues work on processing meat for our peeps. Right, we've up to 20 of 24. Gonna have to expand a little bit here. I don't want to expand this way because this is where the deer is. So we may just build a couple more houses. We'll build 4 more houses. That'll consume a lot of our logs, but that's alright. We're building, we had a lot of firewood. This got used. Got a lot of planks, and our stone is really, really good. Alright. Harvest some more of these trees. And we've got eggs out here that we can use to provide an additional source of food. It's now coming into autumn, so soon it's going to be winter, so that firewood is going to be very, very needed. My 6-month-old today, 6-month-old son Noah is watching in the background there, having his morning bananas, right? Yep. He's having his morning solid food. He's still getting used to it, so I'm sure you can hear him in the background. Alright, so we're gathering resources. We are working on our first farm. Let's take a look. Amenities and service. We've got the graveyard. It's the only thing we can really build. Now housing. Tier 2 is a... actually, if we... Nope, didn't want to do that. If we click on one of these little houses, in order to upgrade to the next level, it gives you all the requirements. Right now it's only at 11% desirability. You can increase the desirability of your land by building parks and monuments, and certain buildings offer a boost to the desirability of your land right there. Let's... So... Okay. That's something to keep in mind for the future, is gonna have to bring the desirability up. Alright, so we got a lot of protein, got a lot of fish. We don't have any smoked fish yet because, well, we just don't. So, grain is such bread, you need a few extra buildings to build that up. We've got a lot of fruit. Building has no firewood. Right. Hope that little click didn't come through. I'm keeping my eye on the time here. Try and keep the episodes under an hour, but like I said at the beginning, this game is very addictive, so I'm not entirely sure I can promise you that I won't notice that the game has just been recording and recording and recording. What else can we look into building? Food stocks are low. Food production. We've got a forager shack, a hunter cabin. Got fishing shacks. We've got the smokehouse. Tier 2, we can make a windmill. And a bakery. That kind of goes hand in hand. Barn. Firewood's low again. Got an arborist building we could build. Resources. Here's a well. Got our firewood splitter. And a saw pit. Saw pit makes planks and stuff. Can't remember if I actually built one of them or not. I think I did. We got 2 hunter cabins. Kind of weird. I don't remember building 2 hunter cabins. Oh, you know what I did? Yeah, I accidentally built hunter cabins. Let's, we can get rid of these, cabins here. Not really sure how to do it, but salvage building, oh, we can relocate it. But I'm gonna salvage it because I don't think we need all these hunter cabins. Might not be a bad idea to have that on that side of town, but I don't really see any animals up here. I meant to build houses. I accidentally built hunter cabins. What's this say? Building has no food. Missing ranged weapons. Let's get rid of 2 of these. 3 of these, actually. We're gonna get rid of them all. All with it. That was an accident on my part. Meant to build houses over here. Oh well. Oh shit, what do we do here? We don't have any food. Well, that's not good. So our hunter cabin's over here. Got the firewood splitter, stockyard. Alright, we're starting to build our food back up here. Villagers are... Let's take a look at this here. 20 villagers are happy. We've got... Pleased with the food supply. Family life. They're all wearing shoes. That's a good thing. Okay. Our people are doing okay. We got our farm that's paused until winter is over. We got to get that firewood splitter working here. We could add another worker to the firewood, or the fire splitter, log splitter. Do actually need a saw pit. Saw pits are bad for desirability. It's going to kill the desirability. But it's kind of crap out here this way, so we're going to put our saw pit up by the graveyard. I don't think anyone really wants to live in a graveyard, so... And then we can run a road over to it to connect it. Saw pit is kind of far away, but... I think the game's saving here. That was kind of pause once stuff like that happens. It makes me a little nervous. This building has room for more workers. It's our forager shack. Nobody's working in the forager shack right now, so we gotta get someone in there. Oh no, villager died of exposure. We've got 2 dead villagers. Let's take a look. Market. Gotta find something that can build them. Be under housing. Resources? Tannery. Tannery makes clothing. We've got a storehouse. We've got a basic well. Actually, we don't have a storehouse yet. We've got a stockyard. See, all these things are really important to build. Like the root cellar will keep stuff from spoiling. Storehouse will be where we can store a lot of stuff. Doesn't really have an effect on desirability, so we'll put the storehouse right there. And then we'll put a root cellar right next to it. So that'll be storage. Alright, people are going about their business. They're working. We've got 43 logs, a decent amount of firewood, but no planks. I think once the once this gets built up here. Saw pit. Didn't really want to put it so far out because it's going to take a while to get the planks out there. But it does affect desirability, so. Alright, let's do what we originally set out to do here. Build some houses. Put 3 houses right here. It'll be good for now. Alright. And we got a decent supply of weapons. Fletchers make the arrows for our hunters. We've got one hunter up here that is using the arrows. Got our smokehouse working here. Storehouse is being built. Working on our root cellar. Building storage is full. That's the firewood splitter. As we use the firewood, it won't be full anymore. Now we've got low food. That's not good. Alright, it's late winter, freezing temperatures, light breeze. Hopefully we don't have too many people freeze to death. You hear the wolves howling in the background. Alrighty. Coming up on the end of our first year here. And we got a deceased villager. That would be why the forager didn't have anyone working on it, because forager was dead. All right. So winter is progressing. We're coming up. Coming up on the end of our first year here. Fishing resources. See the snow starting to go away. Let's take a look at what we can do to increase the desirability of our houses. We can do that with decorations. They all cost gold. We don't have any gold just yet. New year. Got 3 months of food, 19 residents. Now we can put this and find a good place for it where it's gonna have the most impact on our town. Probably right here. It's actually connected to, well, everyone except for this. last house down here. So that'll improve the desirability of all these houses, which is a requirement for upgrading them to a tier 2. A graveyard. I think our storehouse is still being built. That's why we can't build the market yet. Oh, there's a storehouse right there. Maybe it just hasn't recognized that we built it. Right, how's our saw pit? Oh, that's the forager shack. Saw pit's up here. Still working on a saw pit. If we can just go down to our graveyard down here. Very detailed. Look, you see all the little flowers on that, on the plants. Oh, you just buried someone. There's the gravestone there. That's what I was looking for. There's a new gravestone right there. We gotta get our food stocks up. If we can build that market yet. Saw pit and a storehouse. Not sure why it's not recognizing that we already have a storehouse, but... Alright, so we're down to 1,392 man-hours. Stockyard. There's our storehouse right there. I don't understand why it's not recognizing that we actually have it. Because if you build a market here, it's going to bump up the desirability. Or we could put it right over here, because these houses over here didn't get the boost from the monument. Let's build a well. Put that well right there. We have to go out and find some more stone pretty soon here. Right, stone. Now you can turn off trees and all that and just collect the stone, but I don't want them to have mission out there collecting just about everything. We're going to do a little bit of exploring here, kind of clear away the darkness from the edge of our town. Don't really need to do a whole lot, but kind of want to have a little bit of a idea of our surroundings, especially considering we're going to be needing stone and wood and the resources that the land has to offer us. So we'll just explore out like this for now. Right down to just over 1,000 man-hours for the farm. Looks like we don't have enough stone for this well here. Also stone for the monument. There we go, now we can build a market. It's going to require 40 planks and 10 stone that we don't have, though. It's still not getting this house down here. Put the market right next to the graveyard. Oh, it's because of this up here. Gonna have to expand in an opposite direction. Might have to put it right here. Constructed by building. I guess I could put it right here. Who doesn't want to live next to a market? There we go. That's where our market's gonna go. May have to focus on stone for now. How's our exploring going here? I guess I could probably turn the music up a little bit. Didn't realize it was so low. Here's our explorer. He's not a birch tree. We've got 2 new villagers and 1 born. Come here. We click on you. But he is running around looking at stuff. We've got berries out here. It's Urwalt. He's exploring. Got another lake up here, it looks like. Alright, as long as Urwalt doesn't run into a bear or a wolf or anything, he should be okay. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to pause here, and I think this is going to call it close to episode number 1. Like I said at the beginning, this is a brand new series, so if you could hit the like button, it'll help it out. Get some exposure on YouTube. Any thoughts, tips, or advice you have, please leave them in the comment section below. I do take the advice of my viewers very seriously. If you like what you see, aren't yet subscribed, would like to follow along, hit the subscribe button. Don't want to miss anything, hit the little bell. And we will see you for the episode following this one, which will be number 2. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching, and have yourself a very good day.